Hello world, my name is Sarah and welcome to my book channel. So it is official, it is 2016. Whoa. It is right now currently January 2nd and I didn't finish my reading challenge for 2015. This video is going to be kind of a review of 2015 altogether and then my top 5 favorite books that I read this year. So 2015 was a little bit of a roller coaster. I started off the year making videos, but then I just stopped making videos. I felt terrible, I was gloomy, and I wasn't really myself. I did go to California in March, more specifically San Francisco. That was a really fun trip, but I wasn't making any videos there. Then when I got back, I did my book haul for San Francisco. I only got 2 books, but I did read only one of them. That was a really fun trip, and I did promise a vlog up for that, but I didn't really have time to go through every single piece of footage that I took, and near the end I didn't really make that many videos or take as many pictures, but I probably will still put that together because I do have all of the clips and stuff, and I just kind of want to keep it on my channel so that I can look back and be like, hey, that was a really fun time. I really want to go back. So my reading goal for 2015 was 35 books. I did not read that at all. Halfway through, or a little bit later in the year, I was like, I'm not going to reach 35 books, so I changed it to 30, then again to 25, and then finally I settled on 23 books because I was thinking 3 more books, I can do that. I have 3 weeks until the end of 2015. I can read 3 more books in 3 weeks. That didn't happen. I read 22 books out of the total 23, but I was supposed to read 35. So all in all, it was a pretty good year. At least I read 23 books, but it could have been better. This year I'm aiming for 30 books. I think I can do that. That's a little more reasonable. And I had that big slump at the end of 2015. I was in a slump from June 2015 and I'm just getting out of it now. Okay, that's pretty much my year in review. I didn't really do much, but I'm gonna do more this year, so it's going to be fantabulous. Out of the 23 books that I read this year, these are my favorites. So I know I said I was just doing my favorite books of 2015, but I'm going to have to include all of these. That is the entire Shatter Me trilogy. These books are amazing. Their covers are beautiful. Like, yeah, I gave these all 5 out of 5 stars. They're so good. It's about a girl. Her name is Juliet. She has this lethal touch, and she gets recruited by the government. She's like, they want her to be a weapon, and she's like, we will see. If you haven't read these books, I definitely recommend them. They're so good, and I go through them so quickly. They're just like heaven in a book. Next on my list, I have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This book I had to read for school, and oh my goodness, it was so good. It's a sin to kill a mockingbird. So this book is about little children in Alabama during the Great Depression, Macomb County, and there's a huge racist element to it, and it is so freaking good. We were supposed to read it with the entire class, so 1 chapter a day or something like that. I couldn't. I was way ahead of the class, and I finished it before everyone else, but I did give it 5 out of 5 stars. So if you have not read this book, or you've heard people who are like, I don't really like it, it wasn't really my thing, just read it anyways. The next book in 2015 that was one of my favorites was Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. I love Stephanie Perkins books in general. They're all so cute and lovable, and I just loved them foreverness. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not sure if this one was my favorite or if Lola and the Boy Next Door was my favorite. I think they're all my favorites. But this series in general is awesome. They're all like companion novels. They have some of the same characters in them, but they all tie together in the end. And I would recommend reading them in order, like Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, Isla and the Happily Ever After, mostly because Isla and the Happily Ever After has spoilers in it for the other two books. Alright, and next I have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Bardugo. The Grisha trilogy, I haven't finished it yet. I've read the second book, but I have the third book and I haven't read it yet. I'll read it this year. I will. Shadow and Bone is the first book in the Grisha trilogy. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I couldn't put this one down either. I read it when I was at my cottage, and I think I read it in like a day and a half. It's so good! And finally, the last book on my top 5 list for 2015 is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. This book is about a little girl named Liesel. Her mother couldn't take care of her. It takes place during World War II, so she gives her to her foster family. And, holy cow, this book was so good. I also read this at my cottage, but this book is so good, 5 out of 5 stars, really super recommend it. Tears, all of the tears. The movie for this one is really good too. I would also recommend watching the movie if you're not into reading things, but if you want to find out how this story goes, read the movie. Watch the movie, definitely. These are all my favorite books of 2015. I definitely recommend reading every single one of them, and I'm going to try and read more in 2016. Slumps kill me. All of my links will be down in the description box. Come be friends with me. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope we have a fantabulous 2016. Bye!